everybody, welcome to GameCheck Live. I'm Matt, this is Art. We have two great apps for you this week, $1 Million Pyramid and Army of Darkness Defense. Before we get started, do me a favor, if you like the show, hit the subscribe button and give us a thumbs up below the video here. You can also follow us on Twitter at GameCheck Live. Alright, let's get started.
Alright, the first app we're going to be looking at today is $1 Million Pyramid. I got a 3.75 on the rating scale. Let's take a closer look. It's based off the game show, $1 Million Pyramid. Players are given clues from mock celebrities, and they're pitted against computer opponents. If you win, you move on to the winner's circle. This game is similar to other Ludia game show titles. You play over a total of 20 different episodes. The game has single and multiplayer modes, custom avatars and wardrobes, and even bonus wardrobe rewards that you can unlock by playing. So, what did you think of this app?
You know, overall, I thought the gameplay was very fun. It's fairly true to the TV show, which is nice. Some of the drawbacks include, first, that you don't get to see your opponent play. In fact, it kind of seems like you're just competing against a fixed score, because in the early games, their numbers start out low, and the later games, those numbers get higher and higher, and without seeing their gameplay, it really does feel like they're just picking an arbitrary number and putting that forward. Another downfall is that you don't ever actually get to give clues to the celebrities because they can't guess, so you're only receiving clues in this version of the game.
Yeah, and the celebrities offer a limited number of clues. They'll only list so many before they just stop, and you either have to pass or figure it out. You also can't purchase anything with your cash winnings. Like, I ended up with millions upon millions of dollars that are going to waste in some kind of digital bank.
But despite those shortcomings, the game is very, very fun, very addicting, great gameplay, and multiplayer mode is absolutely a blast.
Yeah. There's a lot of variation in the category. It's not the kind of game where you just keep getting the same 3 or 5 categories. There's a lot of different sections you're going into here. But it is possible to cheat. Once you've chosen the Solve This Question button, the game will pause entirely waiting for you to answer, and the time will freeze while you do so. But in the end, what are you going to give this game?
You know, despite the shortcomings that we did mention, the game is a lot of fun, and there's no way around that. Really, the complaints are minor, so this game gets a check plus from me.
I agree. I actually just really enjoyed the game. There are, like, some minor flaws, and of course the fact that you can cheat is entirely beneficial to me. I really enjoyed the game. I'm gonna give it a check plus.
Alright.
In the end, this is a great adaptation of a show concept that people have enjoyed for years now. The game is fast-paced, the implementation gives you adequate time for a response, which is kind of the hardest balance to maintain in a game like this. Most of all, it's just fun to play. I definitely recommend picking this one up.
Alright, next up is Army of Darkness Defense. It scored a 4.5 on the rating system. Army of Darkness Defense is a casual defense app based on the last battle sequence of the cult classic Army of Darkness. Players control Ash, Arthur, Henry the Wise Man, and others against an army of undead in an attempt to guard the Necronomicon. You can buy upgrades for your military units or Ash's powers, which include the Boomstick and his car, the Death Coaster. The game features 50 progressively more difficult levels. Defeating those unlocks Endless Mode. So tell me, did you enjoy your time with Army of Darkness Defense?
I did. I really liked it. I thought there were great visuals. The characters really looked like the characters from the movie. And the sound clips used in the game are also clips directly from the movie. It really brings the movie straight to your mind.
As you fight your way through the hordes of undead, you can earn coins, which can be used to buy allies, powers, and castle defenses, as well as upgrades for all of those.
The gameplay is also really balanced, which is kind of difficult to find in a game in this genre. Such a well-balanced gameplay.
Yeah, the mechanics are pretty simple, and a lot of skill goes in deciding which units and abilities to use and when to use them.
Yeah, the achievements also use lines directly from the movie. This whole game really brings the movie to life in a game format.
One of the drawbacks of this app, though, unfortunately, is that once you get past the 50 levels, it switches over to Endless Mode, which isn't nearly as fun as those first 50 waves. So once you kind of beat the game, you're kind of out of luck here. Gold is more difficult to earn, the game feels slow and repetitive, and it's just not as much fun as it was the first time around. One hint we kind of have for you is that if you want to keep buying upgrades, play the last level a whole bunch to earn some gold, and then purchase your upgrades, because once you get to Endless Mode, the value of gold goes drastically down. It's really not even worth gathering. Alright, so what did you think of this app?
So Endless may have its problems, but the actual 50 levels, the actual app itself, I really enjoyed. I'm totally giving this a check plus.
Yeah, I 100% agree with you. One thing we didn't mention earlier, and I guess I should stress this, is that those 50 levels do take a long time to beat, so you definitely still get your money's worth out of this app. So even though Endless might be boring, those 50 levels are well worth the money you pay for this game.
It's way more fun than I expected.
So that's a check plus for me too. So basically it's simple. If you love the movie, you need to download this app, or if you're a huge fan of castle defense apps, this is a must. And that wraps up this week's show.
Be sure to follow us on Twitter at GameCheck Live, or individually at Matt and at GameArtistry. Don't forget to subscribe up top and hit the thumbs up below. Go ahead and throw your own opinions in the comments or leave the names of any apps you'd like us to see review. And we'll see you next time on GameCheck Live.
See you next time on GameCheck Live.
That's getting edited out.
It scored a 4.5 on the rating system.
Show it in, Kevin!